Hi there, it's Carol Ebert, nurse and wellness practitioner, and we're here again live at our Red Cup Cafe having coffee together and answering questions from nurses who are getting ready to retire. Because, it's a big deal for us once we leave the profession and go out into the world of freedom and retirement. So we're answering questions that I've received from nurses. I have one today from a nurse who says, I'm an intellectually curious nurse, aren't we all? And I love the constant learning required in my profession, but I worry about feeling bored or understimulated in retirement. And she's also worried about losing the mental sharpness and sense of purpose that nursing gave her. Yeah, think about that. We are on a high level of intellectuality as we're in nursing because that brain is creating and solving problems and operating all the time at a high level. So we're on it. And then here comes retirement. And now what happens to that capacity? And she's worried about being bored and just underutilized. So this is an issue that I want you to think about in advance of leaving your nursing, your full-time or whatever level of nursing you're doing. When you leave and go out, and now you have all the time in the world. And truly, that all the time in the world free means that you do need time to decompress. I agree with that when you get out. It took me, I think I've mentioned before, about 9 months to unwind. So give yourself that time and honor that time and do what you need to heal and just relax and appreciate. But then there's that point where you start getting a little restless maybe, and you're thinking, what should I do next? Or I feel like I'm losing ground, or my brain is going to mush. That's when you want to reckon with what can you do? Because, truthfully, we are told that when you get older, you need to keep your brain engaged. You need to stimulate your thinking. That's why you see these old folks watching game shows and Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, because what that does, whether it looks kind of like benign to us from the outside, it's really causing the brain to continue to think and create and reason and figure things out, because these are games, and that's good for brain health. So how do we do it? Now, when I think about it, of course, some of the things you can do, obviously, you've always wanted free time, right? Now you got it. So where are some groups that you can join that you've always wanted to? Now's your chance. So you can join a group. You could learn a new skill. You've always wanted to be a wood carver. I don't know, whatever it is. Now is your chance. Anything that you can do that you said all these years, I wish I could, now you can. And this is also going to be a brain health opportunity to keep yourself engaged, stimulated, interested. Now, if you're anybody like me, I am so passionate about health and wellness from nursing and on, that I just can't let go of that passion, that desire, that love. So what I did, and I'm going to give you an example of how I kind of turned all that around and got re-engaged again, was I said, okay, I love wellness so much. What else can I do? And so luckily, I was connected with people who were in wellness also that I knew, and they were doing something. They were starting a little side business. And I said, okay, I need that. I want to be with them. I wanted the community so I could be with them. That was my first message. I want to be in community with them because I like them. But the second message was I can learn something new. So I start this new adventure learning how to run my own business, which, believe me, there is a learning curve, and you're back to square one, beginner, that beginning stage that we all went through when we first went into nursing. And so I had to start step by step learning a new way of being, a new way of doing my nursing work, only not as nursing, but more as prevention and wellness. And so it was a whole new thing I had to learn. And I felt like I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything. And so I am at that beginner stage where you're really engaging your brain, trying to learn and grow, practice, see if I can get better at this. So what that did for me was it was like a jump start to my brain. It's like, let's start over again. And as a person who loves new adventures and interesting things, it gave me that jolt that I needed, that I can learn this, I can do this, I can be successful at this, and I will stick with this, and I will put the energy in, and all of that new learning, that new energy, that enjoyment just got me going again. And so I have that feeling now, having been out in freedom land for about 20 years, I still am learning every day, because there is always something new ahead of me that I need to learn for this particular business I'm in. And so that's the kind of thing that I want to convey, is that there is a ton of opportunities for you out in this world of being free from the constraints of going to a job every day. And so what is it that you are so passionate about? This is your time. And why not engage in it? I don't know what it is for you, but I know you'll figure it out. And you've heard yourself say it over and over, I wish I could, I wish I could. So this is your time. And so you don't give up on yourself. But it's interesting that, and I don't know if this is what will happen to you, but I know that at a certain point of being free, not going off every day to work, I was getting restless and bored. And I wonder if that's something that is going to happen, because you may not be there yet, obviously. But if you, once you get there and you start having those signs of, and you'll notice, because you're aware, we'll be aware, I think I'm restless, I think I'm bored, I want to do something, I don't know what it is, but I know I need to do something, because you absolutely have to think about this. You cannot afford to let your brain go to mush. You cannot, because that is going to take you down a path of no return, because then the aging takes over. And we can embrace aging and thrive and not sink into it and give up. So that's kind of what I wanted to say to as an inspiration, that this is your time. Find things you can do, obviously. Find a couple of groups and join them. It could be a book club, it could be knitting, it could whatever you love. Get into those groups, get re-inspired, get re-engaged with people. So do that, or learn a new skill, some skill that you've always wanted to. There are so many to learn. Just pick something and try it for fun. Doesn't mean you have to do it forever. But, that's another thing you can do, is think about all of this new life for you, this new free time, as a menu. I'm going to write down all the things that I'm interested in, and I'm just going to start going down the list and trying things. It reminds me when I was a kid, my father had me sign up for every possible athletic activity that he could find, so that at least I sampled them all. And it gave me an opportunity to pick what was something that I resonated with. So that's another way to look at it. Look at the menu that's ahead of you to engage your brain, because this is so important that we keep that going. And it may be you take your nursing background and you apply it to something new that doesn't require the going off to working for a boss, but maybe it begins a new business for you. Who knows? But there's so many opportunities for you, and your brain is waiting for you to wake it up again when you're ready. So I hope this was useful for you. I would love to help you on that journey too. I am a wellness coach, and if you want to reach me, it's carol@carolebert.com, or carolebert.com is my website. And there's a special button in there for retiring nurses with a free gift. So feel free to go there. And I hope this was useful for you today. Please send me more of your issues. I love hearing from nurses. I want to answer your questions, and I want to be here for you. So I hope this was useful. We'll see you next time.